Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am. Yes, away for a little bit, but I'm back, so play the thing.
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the MAFS together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehashed. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know that you are watching in the comments below. It feeds the algorithm and also my ego rhythm. Thank you to everybody who gave me some feedback in regards to the last couple of videos, because we're moving some things around in the studio. It's still not done, but if you have feedback, always. I love criticism. Chuck it in the comments. No, it's fine. It's fine. As long as it comes from a good place, it's fine. Chuck it in the comments below as well. Let's get into episode 22 of Married at First Sight Australia. It is time for us to go on a couples retreat, and they always end really, really good for everybody. Before we pack up and leave the Sky Suites though, somebody's having a birthday.
Today is everyone's 27th birthday. Last night at the commitment ceremony, the experts told me to pull my socks up and give it my all. So I'm gonna try to show her that I care. No, okay, open your eyes.
Aww.
Happy birthday.
That's so sweet.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
What a party! Quick, just go the door.
I don't know if they're going to end up together, but it certainly seems like at least they can have fun and don't hate each other's guts, which is different to the other intruder couple that we have, Tay-Tay from Tassie and Hugo. And I can only imagine that things aren't growing from strength to strength for them.
That is so offensive to me, because I think we go through hell for our relationship.
Yeah.
We're like battling every day for us.
Hell?
So that upsets me. I've noticed now at the commitment ceremony that since there's no explosive drama on the couch for Harrison and Bronte, Harrison somehow now thinks he's Dr. Phil and wants to be the expert of the group. He's like, where can I slot into the drama? There it is, boom. What is your point, bro? Sit down. I just feel like we've got front row seats to the Harrison and Bronte show, and I want a refund.
Don't we all? I think this season in general, I would like a refund even though I haven't paid for it. I do find it curious that all of a sudden, Bronte and Harrison are so good. In fact, it's love. Somebody book the chapel again and make it real this time. No, we can't even joke about that. But also, Harrison has decided to put his 10 cents worth, and I think actually he is only worth 10 cents, so that all of Harrison into everybody else's relationships.
Melinda did not like my comment about making Leighton miserable. Like, how does that make her look?
That's why she had
Lashed
her
out.
little lash out at you.
Yeah. I do think that she's making him miserable. I don't see the guy that I met at the Bucks party.
Yeah, you saw him at the bar.
He was way happier. He was electric. Yeah, now I just see this guy who's like sitting on the couch, kind of like, you know, talking and head down, talking and head down. That's not the guy I met.
Yeah.
Not even close. It's like, you poor bloke. Like, she must be just an absolute nutcase behind closed doors. I feel like if Leighton got a lobotomy and then removed his tongue, Melinda would be happy with that. No arguing, no answering back. I think that's the only way their relationship would work. I think that's what she actually wants.
I want it too, but for you, and not for a relationship. I just want that for you. Just generally for everyday people, their interactions with you. I love the description of apparently what the new Leighton, the new broken Leighton is now. He just looks up a little bit and then head down and look up a little bit and head down. Maybe he's praying. Maybe he's praying that you would go away or shut up. Or maybe he thinks he has magic powers. And maybe he's just like looking at you and then going, magic powers, and looks up and goes, ah, shit, still doesn't work, he's here. The thought that Harrison thinks he knows people's behavior so well that he's nailed everybody. He's got everyone nailed. That's my favorite thought process. Like, all of it's delusional, but I love it.
The experts are learning from us
We
now.
are the blueprint
Yeah.
that they're going to use
Blueprint
forever.
for what?
Yeah, trying to be like, we've seen some really up shit in here. But we know that two people can work it out if they have amazing wild sex. Now you two are gonna go away this week, bang like a couple of drunk monkeys, and when we see you back on the couch next week, we're gonna hear all about it.
Sorry, Mum and Dad.
Oh, shit. I wish a drunk monkey would run in here right now and bang me too. But not in the way that you think or the way that Harrison said. I mean, like over the head with something very heavy. So I don't have to watch this bad performance any longer. So you're the blueprint. Yeah, maybe you're the blueprint of what not to do next year when they're all casting the people in this experiment. More of them have to be genuine for us to believe it. And if you're going to act, you have to be slightly better actors. No one is believing that Bronte has let you come near her with whatever is in your pants again. No one's believing that narrative.
I just don't know where you were coming from the entire time.
Are you
Like
kidding?
at all. I just felt like you lied to everyone. Honestly, just not the truth though, Hugo.
Me expressing my
You've
feelings
never-
isn't lying, though. That's not lying. Last night was legitimate emotion.
You made me look really
Was
bad
it?
last night. A really bad person when I'm not. And you're saying that you're broken and defeated and crushed. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. Crushed by what?
Just crushed by the
your
feeling
presence.
that you don't really want any part of what's happening between us. The experiment isn't called Mates at First Sight. It is about trying to grow relationship stuff. I'd definitely like to try and get us back to where we were when we were hanging out earlier towards the start of the experiment. We were happy.
Well, you're welcome to come back to the room, Hugo.
Am I?
Yeah.
Actually?
Oh, wait. Wait. All right. Well, let's start with the obvious. Taylor, if he's sharing his feelings, that is how he feels. So that is his truth to him. And also the truth and his feelings, I think they're actually quite aligned, considering that what we've seen is you be really shitty and awful from the very beginning. And when he vocalized that, it all makes sense to us. But again, highly edited reality show. Maybe you are the true princess you think you are. I highly doubt it, but maybe you are. This turnaround, though, is quite curious.
Yeah, okay, well, you can come back now. Keep one or two eyes open when you sleep because, this Tassie bitch is about to snap.
Why are you inviting him back so easily? That is a trap. I know MAFS is a whole trap, but don't fall for it, Hugo.
You know, I just didn't feel like arguing anymore. The truth is, I told him what he wanted to hear.
I'd like that a lot.
It definitely makes things easier going to the retreat. If he thinks we're in a good place, we're friends, yeah, you can come back now if you'd like.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for the tea.
Yeah, you could come back right now if you like. I'll make you something to eat. Don't worry about the crunchy bits. You can come back whenever you like. The sooner the better, and I can wrap this shit up and get on the Spirit of Tasmania because Mama's coming home.
It's like a non-stop dinner party, and it goes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And that's why it's
very
so
scary.
good.
I'm happy to hang out with everyone, you know, like...
Everyone bar Harrison?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not hanging out with Harrison.
Can't wait to watch you in your element, you know? Going through heads on stakes.
I can't stand the guy. Don't want to be in the same room as him.
How about being in the same room as him for 4 days?
Just...
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Harrison, you think you're so good at confrontation. Come and play with the big boys. Your bullshit is not going to work here. I would love to have you on the channel. I've watched you sit there and somehow convince other people of it in the media, particularly your boys, Fitzy and Shitter, but I don't think it would work anywhere else. So it's no surprise that you haven't really done a lot of media, just with the people that you know you can confuse.
Surely it's this one. I think it is.
Oh, we're back at the same
Finding a room
place.
with, like, Hunger Games.
The retreat's private guest house.
Oh.
I definitely feel that me and
Bruce
Evelyn
and
are on the same
Melinda's
team.
place.
Because we kind of deal with the same
Melinda,
shit from
Melissa.
Harrison.
The big piano bed for Rupee and Evelyn to make sweet No, that's not gonna happen. We can't even joke about it. I don't know if staying in the separate guest house is good, though. You're all acting as if it's a win, but I don't think good things happen out there. It always seems to go south for the people who stay in that room.
They've seen us. Hey, you guys going? You going for a quickie?
No, Cam. No matter how much they're trying to make us think that this is some sort of redemption story, that is not happening.
Jesse! Oh, yeah!
Wow. Still not buying it, but okay, they're having a great time.
Cheese is good.
What cheese is it?
No idea. Great cheese.
The best cheese.
Delicious cheese.
I just want to say you guys are very cute. If it was the sports bet app available right now, I would put at least $10 on you two making it to the end. Cheers to that.
I'd be betting on us too.
Yeah.
And now we love her so much.
Oh, now you love her. Okay, I wouldn't be betting on it. That whole Alyssa thing where she went really so hard with him texting Adam a couple of times and yeah, that whole scene in the car where we got to see the real Alyssa. Yeah, I'm not putting any money on Sportsbet. Not for them anyway. You know who I'm backing? Harrison and Bronte. Oh, the outside favourites.
If I was stuck in a jungle and they said you could bring two things, I'd bring my chapstick and my vibrator.
So important.
Yeah.
It's healthy for you.
that's just coming down to it.
Right? I've got the biggest sex bag anyone would ever see. Like
Sex bag?
I've got the super high sex drive. My friends think I'm a freak. My ex and I, we would pound town every day. He would know the routine. I wouldn't even get out of bed without sex.
He'd get it. He'd know the routine. I would not even get out of bed until he had taken me with a one-way ticket to Pound Town. Because it's not a return. He takes me to Pound Town, he pounds me and he leaves me there. And that was our thing every single day. Me, my ex, the big sex bag.
In my head, the sex bag is like one of those stripy bags that you get from Hot Dollar. That my nan has a bunch of clothes in it that she thinks she's going to wear again one day, but she never will. That's what I envision the sex bag from Tassie being. And if her Instagram handle isn't sex bag from Tassie, then I don't know what to tell you, Tay-Tay. You're marketing yourself incorrectly. No, you're right. It should be Tassie sex bag, and that should be for her OnlyFans.
Hi, and welcome to Tassie Sex Bag. I'm Tassie Tay-Tay, your sex bag in residence. Let's get out the sex bag. Oh, even the sex bag could be a character. Maybe its mouth could move and go, hello. Why have I thought so much about this?
That's a huge slap in the face. Taylor is saying to the girls how I can't live without affection. But from day one with me, she's been like, no displays of PDA, no touching. It's pretty clear that, she just has a problem with me.
What happened? What happened with him and I? Yeah. I mean, well, he messaged me the other day, talking to me about wanting me to phone sex, I guess.
I knew nothing about sexting. Why is sexting an okay thing to do with your ex?
I guess. Yeah,
he was texting me the other day and I was like, well, what does this mean? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm assuming it's like sexting or whatever because he's just sent me the thing that used to take me to Pound Town. Oh, yeah, no, that's it. I don't think it's finished yet.
Hugo, I'm not buying that you're so hurt that she doesn't want to have you take her on a one-way trip to Pound Town. Like, you don't care that much. So don't be that wounded, because I'm not going to buy that narrative either. Just stick with the narrative that Taylor's awful. That we can all get behind. I don't think she said anything about intimacy. She said Pound Town. That suggests to me very little intimacy and more of just the pounding at the town.
Obviously, I haven't spoken to you before, but I really like you, but I feel like there's weird energy between Harrison and Nunn.
He says the same thing.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's the same thing.
I just didn't like how he called me a liar. He thought the butt dial was fake. Come on. You can't make that up.
Yeah, you cannot make that up.
I've seen the receipts. I don't, because Harrison, do you believe that there was a butt dial?
Bronte and I made the same receipts the following night.
What do you mean made the receipts?
So to see if we could actually
still have the date on
make a butt dial.
Stage a butt dial.
Called me and was like, this is how it is.
You staged a butt dial for what?
But
to
it had
bring
the date
everyone
on it.
down? Like, for what purpose?
Look at me. There was
Ruby
a butt
hates
dial. I'm not a liar.
You can keep telling me over and over again. Doesn't mean I'm going to believe it. I don't trust you and your husband. I don't know what game you guys are playing.
The butt dial happened.
It did, Harrison.
Yeah, it did actually happen.
I'm upset that Dan left because of what she brought to the table. Coming in and just actively trying to ruin their relationship. Oh, it's the right thing to do and it's the truth. I just don't. I don't like it.
It did happen. I would not freaking call someone and be like, hey, listen to this. Absolutely not.
Hugo got thrown under the bus for things he said in private with his mates.
Bad things, Harrison.
We all say good and bad things when we're out with our mates, and Dan has now left the experiment because of what came out.
Oh, come on, you fuckhead. Oh, I can't with this guy. Please put him in the bin. Now he's saying that because of this butt dial, that's what's really broke up Dan and Sandy. should be embarrassed of yourself. Come up with better gear if you're gonna fake it this much, mate. I've also established, I think, that you must have essentially like the talking stick, but the talking gloss, the lip gloss, before you can have your say.
He's obviously just so hurt that his little gym buddy is no longer in the experiment. He has no one to lift weights with.
I have a right to feel that way. You guys don't have to agree.
He's just absolutely fixating on the butt dial situation when Dan and Hugo have admitted to it. It's baffling to me.
Now, I feel I can't trust you.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I don't care, really.
But you should care.
Why would I care if you trust me? I'm not here to gain your trust.
It's a very tough environment to be in here if people can't trust you.
I just felt like Harrison looked like a bit of a tit, running his mouth, and I just wanted to put him in his place.
Did you hear anything that Rupert was saying about you that night on the butt dial?
What was everything I was saying about? I would love to know.
Well, I love this, Rupert. He still sounds like he's incredibly intoxicated at all times, but he is not taking any of Harrison's shit, and I am living for it. So what, he should be sad that he's lost your trust? What, so it weirdly sounded like a weird threat, like he was gonna, oh, well, now that I can't trust you, now I'm just gonna have to destroy you. Good luck, Dirty Harry. God, you're a dickhead.
I know what you're doing right now and you need to stop.
Don't tell me what to do.
I loved it.
Don't tell me what to do.
She's like this big, and Harrison's like this big, and she's like, meh. She doesn't even give a shit.
I don't have any opinion about you whatsoever. The only thing I have noticed about you is that you're rude, you're arrogant, and you ignore me.
I'm rude and arrogant.
Yeah.
There's some
They
opinions.
have opinions about everything. Every time I've spoken during the dinner party or commitment ceremony, I've looked over and you or Harrison have like been mumbling like something under your breath.
Yes, you do. It seems like you're talking about it.
That's all I can hear is Harrison going, meh.
Yes.
Just because he and I, we have a lot to say. He's an opinionated man. He has a lot to, he said about with you. Yeah, I feel like though he does on purpose try to sit on the edge of his seat and look for drama. I'm not the only one that said it. Takes stabs at me all the time.
I don't think he wants to do it to hurt you.
Yeah, he does.
He's huge on behaviour, sits back and observes people's behaviour, and I'm never going to be able to control him. I will always have his back, no matter what. Harrison's played it so well that Bronte is actually starting to think like him. It's hard to watch.
She's in on it. She's in on it. No one should feel bad for Bronte at this stage. If she ends up doing a big turnaround saying, oh no, he played me. No, you were in on it too. No one's buying that shit. He is doing it to hurt people. That's exactly what he's doing it. In his head, it's just a little game, but he's doing it with malintent for sure. Also, Harrison likes to sit back and watch behavior as if he's some sort of guru in relationships. No, he's just your typical narc. It's not that interesting. And maybe if he's sitting back and watching all these other relationships, someone should pop a mirror in front of him. He'd still never see it. He will never see his own behavior. That will never happen. He'll say it. He'll sit there and say all the right things, but he'll never actually think that he's in the wrong. He'll know what he'll need to say to get out of it, but he won't believe it.
Bronte, wake up. We'd be shit friends if we didn't tell you what we're seeing is happening. I think that you're moulding a bit.
Yeah,
you're like losing yourself a bit.
I don't think so.
But during this experiment,
I'm sorry. As I said, I walked down the aisle to Harrison, not you.
See that stuff right there.
But I did. I came here to be married. I didn't.
But you also came to have a mirror held up to you for your friends to be like, babe, this is what we're seeing. And I know emotional manipulation when I see it, and I feel like that's what Harrison is doing to you.
Harrison's emotionally manipulating me.
Not once has Harrison tried to manipulate me. Harrison doesn't control me. I am a grown-ass woman. The reason why people keep trying to tear down the relationship with Harrison is because they're jealous. They want more Harrison than I have.
We just think that you're being a little bit
Naive. What the to call me naive? That's basically calling me dumb.
Yeah, and I don't think you're dumb. I think you're in on it. So you can be all outraged about being called naive or, Haz is emotionally manipulating me. No, he's not doing that. He's never done that once. You screamed you're gaslighting me to him. The cameras were rolling. We saw the stuff that happened at the start. You're saying that didn't happen once? Get your story straight, Bronte. You're just as dodgy as old mate Hazza.
I felt attacked. I have never had to sit there and have people nitpick my relationship when I have come this far. I need a break.
Babe, we care about you and we can see you being manipulated by this idiot, and you've got 5 of your friends sitting there in front of you telling you something's up, something's not right. If anyone's manipulating, it's him to her.
I don't know, Claire. It feels like it's a two-way street. I don't think Bronte's dumb. I don't think she drank that much of the Kool-Aid. In fact, if they're drinking Kool-Aid, they're both drinking it together. The delusion is real in both of them. I don't think he's that much of a genius mastermind that he could manipulate her, considering how much she seems so woke to his bullshit at the start. Harrison, Bronte, still in the bin, don't believe it, blah, blah, blah.
Basically trying to say that I'm being naive
Lyndall
and
just wasn't
completely emotionally
involved in
manipulated
any
by
of that.
Harrison. And I'm not my own person anymore. Which I don't believe that's true. It's because my husband's outspoken and he says how he feels. And I love that about him. Basically saying that I've lost myself. Have I lost myself?
I think that's up to you. How do you feel?
I don't think that I am. Do I not deserve to be happy? Like, I'm so happy. I can't even get married and to fall in love with someone. Why am I being absolutely, completely ridiculed for choosing him?
You're not being ridiculed. I think they're trying to help. I don't think they're going about it the right way. They shouldn't all stacks on like that. It never helps. But everyone has an opinion, and they think that if they do it in a group setting, which is what the producers want them to do, then they think this is going to fix it because we'll get through to her. But what you should realize now, because you're all grown-ups, is that when you corner a friend like that, it never goes well. They have to come to this realization themselves. And like I say, Bronte's in on it. She's not being manipulated. She gets it. She is it.
MAFS season 2!
Oh my goodness. Ollie just copped an eyeful. Oh! Why not? Let's turn it into a swingers retreat. Everyone take off their clothes. Imagine how much work that would be to blur all of that gear. Like, I'm not saying that all of them are just, elephants, but I don't understand the Jessie and Claire narrative whatsoever. I don't understand the character that they try to portray of Jessie at the start and now this redemption edit for both of them because of the mistakes that they've both made. And now he's doing nudie runs because he's so carefree. I don't understand any of it.
There's a technique to it.
I think these smiles are all representation of our friendships, our brotherhood, and the happiness we're going to experience over the next couple of days, as long as Rupert doesn't butt dial anyone else.
Who would he butt dial? You're all there. So it's going to get back to you no matter what. We don't need phones in this instance.
And everyone just keeps going, I want you to be happy. The second that I'm genuinely happy and I've decided to focus on my relationship, it's, oh, you're being naive.
It's just no.
I thought that Harrison was love bombing me, gaslighting me. I wouldn't be here. Like, I do want to have a chat with Belinda. I'm definitely going to address it with her. And if she wants any sort of friendship, I need to hear that apology. Yeah.
Wait, so there was a bunch of people around that barrel coming for your relationship, and it did seem like it was too attacky, but I don't know if it was coming from a place of negativity. I don't think they would, I don't think there was bad intent behind it. And yet what you've taken away from it is that Mel is the biggest villain here because she called you naive. It's fine for Claire to say that you're being emotionally manipulated, but when Mel called you naive, then she needs to apologise.
Waiting on an apology from you about last night.
There's nothing to apologise about. That's so silly.
That's is just quite offended by the naive comment. The intention wasn't bad from all the girls. I think we were coming to her in a caring way, but she just held on to that word and was quite triggered by it.
I never, but so last night when that was all happening with Bronte, did I in any way just go straight for the attack, or was I trying to be mean? We were all trying to get out somehow how we can I don't understand what I'm apologising for.
That's because I don't think you need to apologise for anything. I think her feelings have been hurt because everybody hates her boyfriend, or maybe she's just hurt because nobody believes the acting and this is the only way that she can get out of it, sort of deflect by making a mountain out of a molehill. So if I just seem like really offended about the whole naive thing, then maybe they'll stop carrying on about the Harrison stuff because they can't keep digging because they'll realise that we're terrible actors and we've just been pretending this whole time. All right, now from the trailer, this was the bit that I was most excited about. We're about to watch What's Going Down with Duncan. Oh, that could be the name of his podcast. No, we all know that Duncan's podcast will be called What's Your Secret? Hey, Duncan, what's your secret? Tell me. He's having a blue with his missus because Alyssa, I don't know, she seemed very not flexible with her feelings when it came to the whole Claire, Adam thing, and somehow it was all Duncan's fault. And I feel like that's going to rear its head a lot in their relationship. Not that topic, could be any topic, but the same reaction.
Are you okay?
I think this is the first conversation we've had today. Like, I literally haven't spoken to you or nothing all day.
I thought you wanted to spend more time with the girls. If I'm not reading this right, tell me.
Okay, Duncan, it's my fault.
I'm not upset with you at all, in any way.
Your tone is, like, way different. So I'm not gonna go up to, like, you at, like, playing tennis and be
So
like,
you did know where I was? You didn't want to come over?
Why didn't you invite us over?
I didn't see you walking around. I was playing tennis.
I need attention because I haven't had any. None. I do deserve love. And I do deserve somebody to make me a priority. Shouldn't be on me.
Should it be on me? What's your expectation for tomorrow? Like, if I say to you, I think we should spend more time tomorrow with each other than we did today, would you be open to that?
I don't know. Because I don't
Do you feel like I'm trying to get there?
I don't want to have to continuously be like explaining myself to you about little things that I need.
Alyssa, off you go. You've got to go. This is not going to end well for you, honey, because I think you have very unrealistic expectations of a lot of stuff. I was going to say everything, but let's just settle on a lot of stuff. So you knew where Duncan was, and you could have easily gone up and said, hey, we should do something. But really, he should want to do that, and he hasn't. So in the bin with him. I get it. It's like, who could believe that Duncan is real? He doesn't seem real. There has to be some sort of flaw, but I don't know. I don't know if he's done anything that wrong. I could maybe a little bit see that you could be upset that you haven't spent that much time together and he's been spending too much time with the boys. So sure, but it doesn't seem to be an issue that should be blown up this much, that has you sort of shouting at him through a mirror, I need attention, give me attention. You're a grown-up. Stop it. That was wild. And then he calmly is trying to say, like, if I do this tomorrow, is that something that would be good for you? And she says, I don't know. Oh, no. Go work on yourself and then maybe try and bring someone else into it. But you're not ready, Alyssa. Off your trot.
So you don't want to talk anymore?
No.
I really like that girl. I really don't know what to do right now.
Maybe I'm the one that has high expectations and you don't. Duncan, give me attention.
I'm feeling a little bit lost.
It's a bit Frankenstein.
No.
Well, that's real. Can I hug you? No. And the biggest eye roll we've ever seen. Duncan is a very patient man. I'm not saying that he's completely innocent. There's probably a lot of stuff that he does that we don't see. I don't know if Duncan is as perfect as he comes across, but Alyssa, like I said, off your trot. You've got some work to do, Dale. And it's not with these experts. They're not helping at all.
Did you guys think we'd be here?
I didn't think you'd be here.
Dang.
Yeah, no one did.
See, Duncan's not like physically my type either at all.
Wow,
Ooh,
what?
little lash
Really,
out.
babe? How? At all?
How?
At least how?
He's gorgeous. Duncan's totally not my type at all.
What, nice, caring, attractive. He's not coming in here with preconceived notions. He hasn't pushed any of his agendas on you. He hasn't made you feel shit for being a single mum. Not that he should, but in a lot of these shows, it happens. So he hasn't done any of those things. And yet, yeah, no, he's awful. Chuck him in the bin. What a terrible, terrible guy. Wow. This, and again, highly edited, so it's hard to know what's real and what's not. But so you just had an argument with him, and with your girlfriends, you're like, nah, he's no good. No, he's not my type. No. It just sounds like you're lashing out, honey.
Can we talk about it? So we started talking.
He said, I heard you're upset with me. And I was like, what did you hear? He's like, why don't you tell me yourself so I don't have to guess? Why did he approach it like that? That is just
I don't know if that's how
What
he
the
did.
hell is he doing?
The conversation morphed into, I don't think you're showing me much affection.
And then he gives me, I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, he didn't. What? So you
gaslit you?
I don't get any actual like affirmation that it's going to work.
All the time. I'm really into it. And I want to talk about what happens after the experiment.
He's making me look like a person that's very needy. Don't string me along.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, God, Jesus. All right. Okay, well, let's just start with this. You're in control of your feelings, and you need to be held accountable for some of the things that are happening right now. I would say a lot of them. But anyway, let's just say some of the things and leave some room for error here because we don't know. Duncan could be a monster. I don't think he is. But he could totally be a monster, and maybe they've just decided to cut all that out. Just through the TV screen, we can see with our eyes how it seems to be going well. And yet you can't see that, Alyssa. Have they cut out that much? He said he's open to building a relationship with you. He said that when your mum was there with the little family and friends week. He said he had no problem being a step parent. You know, he put it on the form. He said, no, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I'm open to it. So with all that, what's going wrong still? You never be happy. And let's just note the way that he is speaking about it with his friends, the boys. Ugh, I hate the term the boys, but anyway, the way he's talking about the situation to the way that she's talking about the situation. So let's just note that down because she seems very attacky when it comes to the things that the boys say and the way that they say it when they're having their da boys time. And yet, she's terrible. She says she doesn't want to paint him in a bad light, and yet that's exactly what she did.
I heard that she was telling all the girls how I can't live without affection. Well, I'm not even allowed to give her a kiss on the cheek. She was talking about, like, sexting with her ex.
While on this experiment,
I had no idea about this sexting stuff.
I feel sorry for Hugo, you know? I do.
At all? Or?
I do. I think he's a genuinely nice guy. Taylor is treating him like shit.
Do you reckon there's going to be a Jesse and Claire turnaround?
Nah, I don't think so, no.
Cam was quick to say nah. Nah, I don't reckon. Yeah, Taylor and I have spoken, and I'm going to dump Lyndall, and she was never with you. I don't even think you've officially got TV marriage. Was it a real TV marriage? I don't think so. It wasn't even consummated with a handshake, let alone anything else to make it a real TV marriage. I don't think anyone needs to feel that bad for Hugo. Like, he's really going in hard, and Taylor is terrible. She is awful, but he's known for a while. He's been pretty wise to how bullshit she is. So, you know, he called her in. So he knew what she was. The sexting thing is wild. Ooh, I'd love to see receipts. Yes, the receipts of the sexting. That would be good.
I have come so far and I've fought so freaking hard for my relationship, and to be called naive was offensive.
First of all, I hope it wasn't a gang up thing because that's definitely not where we're coming from. If I didn't give a shit, I would sit there quiet. Yeah. I give a shit, so I spoke my piece. What annoys me is the reason you actually left and were really upset was over that word. Doesn't matter like what anyone else said, it was like what I said. Why is it always me when there's 5 girls all saying the same thing?
She doesn't like
and it's
you.
Always like, Melinda, I'm happy to apologise always if I upset you and I didn't mean to. But then I also want to make sure that like we're not apologising for the way we felt, because I don't want to take that back, because I do genuinely feel or think the way that we all did last night. So we're all really concerned about Harrison, and we've all been in relationships where we're like, we don't know until the end that it was a shit relationship.
Yeah. Like, all I've ever wanted is for Harrison and I to be exactly where we are right now. He's falling for me. You know, we literally are talking about me potentially moving to Sydney. That is literally the conversations that we are having.
Bronte. I feel like Bronte right now needs an exorcism. She has the devil on her shoulder talking in her ear, and the devil is Harrison.
It's offensive to the devil. You know, the devil has, I don't know, a lot more pizzazz than Harrison. I feel that's offensive to the devil. Just like I've been called out by a lot of the Sweet Baby Angels when I refer to Harrison as a dog, that is offensive to dogs. So you're so hung up on this naive word. All right, clearly that's triggering. So you've been called naive before in the past, and maybe you've been called naive before because you are. But I would like to maintain that in this case, no, you're not naive. You know exactly what you're doing, and you've just decided to back it in with some sort of blood oath. which is what people do with the devil, I think.
It made me start doubting my relationship. And then I started to really think, am I being naive? Yes, Bronte, you're being naive. You're not seeing the red flags right in front of your face. I don't want any more bad vibes. I want all the bad vibes gone. Done. I'm so tired of this. Hard to bring anything up to Bronte about Harrison or their relationship. And when I did, I wasn't supported by anyone else.
They tried around the barrel and that didn't work. So don't be naive, Mel. So dumb. We know for a fact that Harrison and Bronte are not a thing. Were never a thing, so stop trying to make us believe that it was a thing. I really feel like once you realize that the audience were not picking up on the edit, you should have gone back and changed some of the edit. I know that's a lot of work, but you should have done better. This is so, and it's so Frankenstein so poorly. I don't know if you can hear it, but because I've got headphones on, you can just hear the edit so clearly just slapped together. Awful.
I just came out for some fresh air from all the bullshit that's happening in my bed. Let's take a little picnic break.
I just give up at this point.
Last night, right, everyone has such an opinion on the Harrison and Bronte thing. And tonight, fun. Nowhere in sight. Kumbaya. Harrison's gone from a red flag to a green flag overnight. I feel like we're being good friends by saying something. Because it's like, here you've got to like fluff everyone up. You did the wrong thing? No, you didn't. That was correct. Or someone's doing the wrong thing to you? They're not, as long as you're happy.
Oh, you're texting your ex. No, it's fine.
You're being manipulated. You're not. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just let him go. I get it. It's great for us, for the trash, mess and drama, the TMD in our lives. We need you to be bringing up all this stuff. But it's never, there's some of these people who just, Taylor is never going to see her own behavior. And if she does, she's going to bury it deep. She doesn't want anyone to really bring it up. Bronte, in on it, complicit with the whole thing. So everybody who's just coming for Harrison, don't. If we're just going on some of the stuff that has been messaged to me by people who know Bronte, do not believe anything. Too many people have said stuff, all right? So a couple of sources, you think, a bit of a setup. When you get this many, she is full of it. And if any of the stuff that they said is true, she's going to try and make everyone feel bad when it all goes to shit with Harrison, which we all know it will eventually.
Maybe we should go to the boys.
Shall we see? Let's spy on them. Let's sneak up and try to eavesdrop.
Later.
Not after the butt
Status
dial.
update. I've never shied away from the fact that Mel and I have a pretty up and down relationship. We can really clash, and if we clash, it can really accelerate.
We don't need a butt dial.
We'll just
We can hear it. Why are they leaving?
For your person.
Oh, why are they leaving? Did we just flee girls' night?
It's a very slow flee. Oh, is that it? Oh, episode 22 done and dusted just as it starts to get good. I hope. Anyway, all right, I've got to get to another episode of Married at First Sight. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share it around with your friends. Yes. God, you share everything else. So, oh, I made that sound sorted, didn't I? Yeah, you share your spit and other fluids. So why not share this video? And I will see you in the next one, sweet baby angel. Bye-bye.